Let's chat about Super Six. Obviously, massive backers of the club. Really appreciate that. There's now 10,000 of you who have joined us in the official club mini league. Make sure you download the app. It's Club 23 to join our mini league. The overall winner of the club mini league at the end of the season will win an incredible money cannot buy prize. We'll be facing off against Pitchside, and you can be on the team. We're going to shove you at left back. Even if you've not joined our mini league yet, we're only 4 weeks down. And so there's still plenty of time to rack up enough points over the course of the season to put yourself at the top of the leaderboard. That's a fantastic opportunity to play with Adam McCullough at left back. Let's talk about the biggest shocks in Premier League history. We're going to rank them from 1 to 5. I'll skim over them. Man United 1, City 6 from 2011, Watford 3, Liverpool 0 from 2020. Bradford, wow, this is old, 1, Liverpool 0. Chelsea 0, Sunderland 3. We'll defo talk about that. Leicester City 5, Man United 3. Some unbelievable games there. Any that stand out, mate?
I mean, they're all fairly standout games. The ones that I don't necessarily think deserve this level of due diligence, I don't think we need to explore it. You know, like Bradford beating Liverpool. That's just a result. You know, it's like it's just a slightly shock result.
Yeah,
but that's football. That's kind of what happened.
Liverpool weren't that good either in the 2000s.
No,
they weren't amazing.
No, they weren't. I suppose the reason why it was so shocking is because it actually stopped Liverpool making the European Cup. So that's the significance of it. But you know, just like I don't know, when like Ipswich have gone to Manchester United and got a result or whatever. Yeah, Ipswich have come to Stamford Bridge and got a result. Actually, I remember Marcus Stewart being part of a team that won there. I don't think that is worthy. I always think a bigger shocking results. In fact, the ones that you read out, I think the most shocking isn't on this list at all. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. And I'm sorry to the wonderful people of Super 6 if I'm ruining their video here. But we have to put in what Liverpool did to Manchester United last season. Like that to me is the most historic moment that you can have in terms of shock. Because like people will always go, I don't know, a team that went down, Blackpool beat Tottenham. Yeah, that happens. That's football. There's jeopardy in every game. You know, that can happen. But generally with the top teams, nothing crazy happens. Chelsea scoring 5 past Manchester United. The treble winning Manchester United. We beat them 5-0. Even Chris Sutton scored. That's how bad they were. They let Chris Sutton score a goal. I would always say that, you know, when the top teams battle it out and something crazy happens, Manchester City scoring 6. Manchester City scoring 6 at Old Trafford. That will always be up there for me. But I will always kind of focus on the top teams ripping each other apart in the most shocking way, rather than a poor team nicking a result. West Ham beating Manchester United on the last day of the season to stay up. West Ham knocking Manchester United out of the cup when Paolo Di Canio scored and Barthez stood there offside. Yeah, of course. Of course that happens.
Shocks happen.
Yeah, like giant killing happened in the cup. I love them. Yeah. But you will always get Hereford beating Newcastle United. You will always get that. Ronnie Radford scoring and a pitch invasion with everyone wearing the same coat. You will always get that. And it's wonderful when they happen. But Wrexham beating Arsenal happens. Manchester United conceding 7 at Anfield does not happen. And that's why they're the ones I will always focus upon.
I agree with you, actually. I wouldn't be able to put them 1 or 2, maybe 4 or 5 on this list, just because I think the Liverpool way of playing, we saw them do that. They did it to City. They never put that many goals past us, but they perform that way. And maybe the shock just comes that we've not seen Liverpool perform at that level.
But to Manchester United, 6 to 8 months. To Manchester, like, look, they did it to Bournemouth. They scored 100 goals against Bournemouth, didn't they? And nobody bats an eye.
That's true, yeah.
But they did it.
But did it shock you United got smashed in that way? For me, it didn't surprise me. They lost 4 to Brentford that season. They lost to Brighton at home early. I think it was first game of the season or whatever.
No.
So it didn't surprise me that United was soft. They had their heads down. They're
but
bunch of losers.
Losing to Brentford, conceding 4 at Brentford is less shocking than conceding 4 at Anfield. Do you see my logic here?
Based on the quality of Liverpool, I don't know if I agree.
No,
based on
it's not about
Liverpool
quality. It's about prestige and history in the fixture. Yeah, it's not about that.
But you're right. In a traditional view of football and how football should be viewed. If I'm a footballer, if you're a footballer right now, that's how you should approach the game as a professional footballer. It doesn't surprise me, though, because these Man United players don't care about that. They don't care. They're spineless, in my opinion, compared to the standards of what you're actually saying. You're spot on.
This season. Say Chelsea go to Kenilworth Road and lose 5-0.
Yeah.
It happens. It'll be ridiculous. It'll be headline. I'll certainly remember it. But it doesn't It doesn't matter beyond the 3 points. It doesn't matter. Chelsea go to Tottenham and lose 5. I want the whole squad out. Totally unacceptable. I want the whole squad done.
Both could happen this season, by the way.
Yeah, right. But because Chelsea scored 6 when I was a kid at the Lane, right? Torre Andre Flo hat-trick, Mark Nichols, right? Gustavo Poy, I think. It was like a... we sing about that now. We won 6-1 at the Lane. Those things will live forever. It's more shocking. We will sing about it forever. We will be long dead, me and you. And our grandchildren's generation, the Liverpool fans in that generation, will be singing about scoring 7 past Manchester United at Anfield.
Yeah.
It will live forever.
Yeah.
That is the shock.
Yeah.
Manchester United, I remember when I was a kid, Matt Le Tissier, Manchester United conceded 6 when you might not have even been born, right? Manchester United conceded 6 at the Dell, St Mary's, at the Dell, Southampton. Matt Le Tissier scored a blinder. Manchester United, the reason the fixture was famous is Manchester United changed their kits at half-time. Genuine question, did you know that?
Roughly.
Do you see the point?
Yeah, it's not iconic.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They conceded 6 at the Dell. Matt Le Tissier turning them inside out. Matt Le Tissier scoring blinders. You, and I'm sure people of your generation, not you specifically, you didn't know that.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter. Anfield, 7... You know that, and I guarantee your grandchildren know that.
Yeah, and that's very true. I think the way you've actually appraised that kind of situation is very interesting because obviously City fans talk about the 6-1 at Man United still sing about it. We're singing about it in Istanbul. And we should talk about that game because obviously 6 goals as a number is iconic. The quality of the goals, David Silva running midfield, Balotelli's unbelievable finish into the bottom corner, takes the top off, white, always me t-shirt. Darren Fletcher scored a world-class goal. I've never seen Old Trafford so empty by 10 minutes to go. It was an incredible day as a City fan. It was the real marker where the season before.
Who played the volleyed through ball? There was a through ball at the end.
David Silva.
Was that David Silva's?
Edin Dzeko. And even James Milner cropped up with an assist as well. And it was an amazing day out. But it was that first moment of the real chink in the armour because we beat them in the FA Cup semi-final. That was a moment. We beat Benjani scored goals against them to get 2 wins against them in the Premier League for the first time in decades before the takeover. So these things happen. But 6-1, Ferguson had no idea, had no answers to the quality of David Silva, the incredibleness of Aguero.
Your arrival? Do you think that was 2011? Was that the moment that City became City of today?
Yeah. The reason it's iconic, I've talked about the quality of the goals, the number actually added towards the goal difference of us winning the Premier League title.
Did you win that league on goal difference?
Yeah,
of course you did.
QPR. And it happened early in the season. I think it happened September, October of the season, so it was very early. No one ever batted an eyelid. At points, they went top, we went top. If we hadn't have scored 6 against them, we wouldn't have won the Premier League.
But I think me remembering where I was when that happened, I have no real reason to remember. Like, is it when people go, "Oh, I'll never forget where I was when I heard the news that JFK died."
Yeah, I was going to say Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I'll never forget where I was when I heard the news.
Yeah,
like I'll never forget where I was when I saw that fixture, which I think taps into the significance of it.
It's right up there.
Anything else? Leicester scoring 5 past Manchester United.
I think this is iconic because Di Maria scored a world-class goal.
Yeah.
Vardy was unplayable. The only reason it's iconic is because I think it alludes to the qualities that Leicester City would display the following season to win the Premier League in terms of Vardy's pace. I think they had Wes Morgan playing. He was kind of resolute. I know they conceded 3, but they kind of showed leadership to get back in the game. I think it was Nigel Pearson, wasn't it, who kind of was managing against Van Gaal and that kind of the squad that he set up. We saw Leicester go on to win the Premier League the following season. I think it's apt to kind of put them in there as well.
Do you know one that I think a lot of people will think of as a huge shock? Do you remember when that Liverpool run they were on ended at Vicarage Road?
Yeah.
Remember they got battered? So I think 3-0 night game.
Big game in terms of that result. It maybe the start of the downfall for Liverpool, but I'm not so sure. As you say,
still won the league,
some of these smaller sides can, win big games. I'd throw City 2-1 Liverpool in there because Liverpool had an incredible run against us, and we stopped Liverpool being potential double centurions.
Hang on.
Champions League winners.
This is brilliant. You just want to talk about this fixture. There's no way that this can go down as a massive shock. You just want to talk about Man City beating Liverpool, don't you?
Maybe because it was one of the highest standard games I've ever seen in the Premier League, but I've got to throw it in there. The John Stones clearance, that was a shock. That stopped Liverpool being Centurions and Invincibles.
I think no one knows what you're talking about here.
The John Stones clearance.
Yeah, I've seen it. But
Oh, behave.
hang on, we're talking about like...
You don't remember where you were when you saw that?
No, massively not. I like that you're bringing...
That clearance is about 0.12 millimetres. Yeah?
This is your shot.
Well, maybe your memory's getting foggy. It was a few years after where you were when we beat United 6-1. Mate, he stopped Liverpool Football Club being Invincibles, and Centurions.
I don't think anyone is shocked by this. People have to let us know in the comments. I like it. I like what you've done here. You just want to talk about it.
I just had to talk about it.
I know what I want to talk about then.
Yeah.
Arsene Wenger's 1,000th game.
Yeah.
His 1,000th game in management in this country.
Yeah.
Chelsea 6, Arsenal 0. That's a shock, to be fair.
That's a massive
shock. Mohamed Salah scored for Chelsea. There we go. I enjoyed that. Have you played Super 6 for this weekend? Are you all set?
I'm not set. I'm waiting till the last minute to get
the injury news in and all that.
Yeah, I'm not messing about this
That's
time.
good. The fixtures this week. So remember, if you predict the score of these 6 fixtures correctly, you will win a fortune. It's totally free to play. It won't cost you a penny. You predict 6 scores correctly and you win £250,000. It is that simple. All you need to do is download the Super 6 app, make sure that you join our league, you go into the mini league section, and our code is CLUB23. So please make sure that you join us. The fixtures that you have to predict correctly this week are West Ham are playing Manchester City, Manchester United are playing Brighton, Tottenham are playing Sheffield United. It's Everton Arsenal, the game that we are live for this Sunday. You've also got Bournemouth, Chelsea, and Newcastle, Brentford. I think I'm going to get those 6 correct.
It's a big 3 points for Bournemouth.
I think we'll beat them. I think we'll beat
Based on what?
hope and loyalty and
if you lose to
tribalism.
Them, I can't wait.
We have lost it. You know, Maurizio Sarri got battered 4-0 down there.
Really?
Yeah, really bad.
It's been a tough few years for Chelsea, isn't it?
Well, including a European Cup, mate. But
the European Cup papered over a lot of deep cracks in that football club.
Yeah, I do agree with that. But yeah, I'm feeling quite confident about my Super 6 selections.
Yeah, me too, 100%. Any taxis for my favourite segment? I'm just going to throw in Mudryk shocking against England. He kind of rolled his knee over the ball and kind of claimed a fake injury. Absolutely embarrassing.
Do you know what that was? Have you ever played football and felt this? It's a very weird feeling. Do you know who I heard speaking about this once? And it really resonated with me, who's played football with a lot of people who are better than him. Do you remember Tony Hibbert, Everton? I think someone was telling me the story, right? Tony Hibbert and Steven Gerrard knew each other all their life, like grew up together or whatever. And Tony Hibbert would speak about playing against Gerrard for Everton, and he was just like, I just know he's better than me. I just know he's better than me. He was better than me when we were 8, when we were 12, when we were 16. He's better than me today. And I know that, and it gets in my head, and I don't know what to do. I think Mudryk had that with Walker. You know, when because Mudryk's thing is pace, right? He puts the jet heels on and he's off. He ain't faster than Walker.
No.
So his
but you
thing,
say that about Walker. I think Mudryk's got that against the Nottingham Forest right back. Do you know what I mean? If he looks at every defender. He look at me and think I'm not good enough. You think I'm struggling?
I just think that when you know
play
someone,
me down parallel.
You know when you know someone is better than you. You know when you know they're better than you.
But that's the whole league for Mudryk.
Do you know
the whole
for
league.
me? Do you know if I'm defending and Chris MD is running at me?
Or me.
Less so, but I'll go with Chris MD. I'll go with Chris MD is charging at me, and he's going to do that drop of the shoulder, and I know it's coming, and I'm the defender.
Put him on his left. You've got no left.
No, but it's easy to say. Yeah. It's more tricky to do. Anyway,
true,
so I know he's going to drop the shoulder. I know he's going to do it, and I know that he knows I'm going to. And I start doubting myself, and next thing the ball's in the back of the net, and I'm going like that, apologising to the keeper. Because you know that the bloke's better than you, so you don't do your normal defence. Like, if you're coming, I'll just take the ball, it's fine. Whereas when Chris MD's coming, it's trickier. I think Mudryk knew that Walker was better than him, and he was just terrified.
Yeah.
He was just like, I don't know, whatever I'm thinking of doing, whatever my natural thing to do is, I'm now doubting myself, I'm second-guessing myself, and I'm struggling because this bloke is too good for me.
I think that's a very, very good shout. We've got to tease a beautiful new addition to the club debate. It's very, very special with some big guests. It's coming out on Wednesday, so make sure you check that out and obviously subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already done that.